Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly market update for Wednesday, October the 20th, and another kind of crazy day today. We've been in a crazy market. I feel like I always say that, but lately we have really been in a wacky market. Kind of not no rhyme or reason for it, but we'll get into that in just a second. I'm showing the ES here, and we'll go from there. I like trading the ES and the SPX, probably my two favorite things to trade. Been doing a little trading in the RUT, Russell 2000, and the NASDAQ as well, but I'm trying to, and looking for things to buy or sell. We're really kind of limited right now because we're just getting into earnings season. We had the banks start reporting last week, and this week we had Netflix last night. We had Tesla just a few minutes ago. Kind of a so-so report, or a great report, but the stock's not doing much. Anyway, let's jump in here. We'll take a look at the market and see what we think. And as you can see today, we had a continuation of this overnight kind of move. This is the light gray is overnight session. So we rallied, rip into the close. The black is the close from yesterday on Tuesday. Then this overnight session here, and then we start taking off from this move. The fuse is lit right here, and it's just up and away, and we're almost back to the all-time high. As crazy as it sounds, because remember 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe not 3 weeks ago, it wasn't that long ago that everybody thought we were about to roll over and die, and it looked like we really were, and we still could. But let's kind of, I want to start. This is a one-day chart here. Chop top, big kind of head fake right here, downdraft, and then just straight back up, right? So big question, what happens tomorrow? I think we probably keep going higher, but we'll see. But what's more important here, let me move this out to a 10-day chart and take a look and kind of see what we have. So this is the last 10 days. And as you can see right here, if I'm doing this math right, 4273, again, this is ES. We could use SPX, be roughly the same, about 8 or 10 points difference. But 4273, straight up, go. That's 259 points, I think, in 10 days. That's a massive move all in one direction. We had a little bit of a head fake there, but not much. And again, it's just straight up. So, I mean, that's a monster size move here. So let's go back out and look at 20 days. I like to start at small time frames and kind of work my way back out. And here's the big flush down when we all thought right here, everything was going great. We're going to hit all-time high. There's where we are right now. And we're right here, and just boom. This is the waterfall effect that I like to say. And then we rip straight back up. And then we failed, and ripped straight back up and failed, and straight back up and failed. And then off that low, it's off to the races. So crazy. It's hard to trade this thing. I mean, I do a lot of scalping, meaning short-term trades, day trades, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 day, trades, things like that. And that's what's been working lately. Normally, I'm a little bit longer time frame. I'll put a trade on for 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 20, 30 days out, maybe 45, 60 days out, and kind of let them work. Big butterflies, iron condors, things like that. And not in this market. It's just it's too wacky right now. So let's go back out here on a, get a really good look of our time frame. And this is, I've got my voodoo lines up here. But as you can see, and this if you've been watching the market at all year long, it's just straight up, it's just buy the dip, over and over. We just buy the dip. And here, if we bought the dip, we got crushed, and then it bounced back up. And here, you think we're going to come back up here and tag that, all-time high. There's 4549 all-time high in the ES, and we're just going to reach up there and tag it, and we get slammed down again. We take out that low to our skyline. See that light blue line right there? And then we make this kind of jagged pattern back up here, and we're all the way back up to our snow line right there, the white line, snow line, right? And we're there. So one of two things happen at this point, and this will determine the overall market, is the reason I want to look at this. Let me get this. If we look at this, Normally you don't get through this the first time you hit this and you kind of fail. And right here we hit it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Maybe we kind of chop around here, get a little above it, a little below it, a little above it, a little below it, and then maybe we fail, or maybe we immediately fail, or maybe we immediately go right through it and keep going. New all-time high up here, everything's great, high five, everybody's making money, and everything's great, right? That will be primarily determined, in my opinion, it can be determined by the Fed and the bond market and that kind of stuff too, other outside events, China, COVID, that kind of stuff. But I think what's much more important, you got to look at what's right in front of us, is the earnings, right? Again, we had Netflix yesterday, Tesla today. Next week, we've got Amazon, Google, Apple, all of the biggies, the rest of the FANG stocks, Microsoft, all that kind of stuff. And they're all scattered between now and the next 2 weeks. So all those earnings are good and they guide higher and everything's great. We just keep going higher and higher and higher. We start getting some, we've got to lower our guidance and our earnings miss, things like that, which we haven't had in so long. It feels like, this market will take a turn back down very, very quickly. So it's even more important here to keep powder dry and be careful in this kind of market, at least for the next couple of weeks. My personal feeling is that probably, this is the way I'm playing it, I'm trading it. I hope we take this out a little bit. I've got a number up here on the ES at 46.16. Write that number down. Boom, and then we come back down. And I don't know if that's the way it'll work. That's if I could design it. That's the way that I'm anticipating it to play out over the next couple of months. Now, what may happen? We could pull back here, and it might take us 2-3 weeks to get up there, and we may come back down, and then come back up, and come back down, and come back up, and it may take a long time for that to actually happen. It won't be straight up and straight down. That's for sure. But anyway, that's kind of the general thought process, at least here. Now that could change tomorrow, the next day or two, based on new information that comes out, and all the earnings are great and everything's great. Well, maybe we're not going to pull back as hard as I think we might, but we got a lot of trouble out there, a lot of problems with supply chains breaking down, inflation, going crazy. Everybody knows this. You can't get, you're limited now. I saw today, Sam's and Costco and all that, you're limited on how much bottled water you can buy and that kind of stuff. So things aren't going that well, so we got to be careful. So anyway, want to keep it short and sweet. Just be careful out there. Watch very closely the next couple of weeks. All these earnings coming out. See who's reporting before and after the close. If you're trading, that's going to dictate a lot of what, the price direction that we go over the next couple of weeks. And then, unfortunately, I think, and I'm not really that bearish, but I don't see how we're going to get too much more upside out of this. It feels like there's not a lot of gas left in the tank, so we shall see. I hope that helped. Hope it makes sense. You could take that same thought process and everything and apply it to the NASDAQ and probably to the Russell as well. But again, overall market, I don't really have a lot of individual names right now because it's hard to buy things ahead of earnings because, that's always hit or miss coin toss kind of thing, and I don't like coin tossing. So anyway, that's what I've got for us. I hope it helps. Hope it makes sense. Be careful, especially on your sizing. Know how much risk you have on, and we'll see what happens the next week or two. So thanks for the time, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me